Hello guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be making a video that I make every year, and that's going to be me reacting to my League One predictions. Now I've done this for the past 2 years now, I believe. It may have even been 3. I honestly can't remember. No, I think it's 2. I think it's been the last 2 years I've done this video. Basically, if you couldn't get about it by the title, I'm going to be looking at my predictions that I made for the League One season back in August, and just seeing how I did. And honestly, to be fair, I think this was the first time I actually looked at my predictions, I think since maybe like November at the latest. So yeah, it's been a while, and honestly, all I can say is that I had some absolute stinkers in here. Like this year, I remember when I made it when I made this video, I was thinking, oh, I've absolutely banged this at the park, because I really thought I'd absolutely smash it, but no, I did not smash it at all. So, I'm gonna be going in the same way as I made the prediction video, starting off with the bottom 4, working my way up to the top 6 and then the top 2. So, starting off with the 4 teams who I predicted to get relegated. Now, I only managed to actually get one correct prediction here, which obviously was Wimbledon getting relegated. They finished higher than 24th, well, 23rd, but they still got relegated. However, the other 3, I had some pretty bad predictions there, not gonna lie. So obviously, yeah, Wimbledon got relegated, although I didn't get their position right. I was almost there, like they finished 23rd. I was pretty much there, so I'm happy with that. Cambridge, I thought we'd get relegated, they actually finished 14th. Very, very good first season back for Cambridge. Yeah, I thought they would be the weapon boys this season, other than Wimbledon, and they weren't. I mean, obviously, yeah, they had their fair share of batterings, but for the most part, they were decent enough, and they're obviously 14th, pretty damn good there. I thought Morecambe would finish 22nd, they actually finished 19th, so not too far out there, but obviously they did stay up. Again, great for Morecambe, punching above their weight, maybe, but to be fair, I think they'll be pretty happy with their season. And obviously Cheltenham, they finished I thought they finished 21st, they actually finished 15th, so again, like Cambridge, a pretty solid first season in League One. And yeah, again, they're going to be pretty happy with that, but again, like they could end up losing a couple of key players in the summer, but that's about that. Now we're moving on to the 8 teams who finished in the bottom half but survived. And this is the first prediction where I've had a pretty horror show, really, well, other than Cambridge. And as with Accrington finishing 20th now, if you know me, that's for that. I think since they got promoted, I've always predicted Accrington to get relegated. And this was the first year where I said, you know, they won't go down, but they'll be pretty damn close. Well, I got the first part right, that they won't go down, but they actually did very well this season, Accrington, I'm not gonna lie. 12th place. Really, really good from them. Again, just proving me wrong every year, and Accrington, they're making me, like, to be fair, like, I think for next year's predictions, obviously if Southern do end up staying in League One, I'll probably end up making these predictions again. And if Accrington, if I predict Accrington to finish like higher up in the table and they finish near the bottom 4, I'm gonna be pissed off. Let's just say that. I thought Crewe would finish in 19th. They actually finished at bottom. Like, Crewe were fucking awful this season. Like, they were probably one of the worst teams in League One seen in quite a while now. Like, they were just horrendous, just terrible. I don't know why I thought they'd survive relegation. I clearly just seemed to brush over the fact that they pretty much sold all the best players. But there's that. Now, this is probably the worst prediction on here, apart from one, like 2 late high up on the list. But I thought Plymouth would finish 18th, and they finished 7th. Almost got playoffs. Dear me, I did not do very well with this prediction whatsoever. Yeah. Sorry, Plymouth fans. I cocked up. 18th place for Plymouth. Jesus Christ, what was I thinking, man? What was I thinking? Oh, absolute nightmare there. Alright, Gillingham 17th. They actually finished 21st. They got relegated. I mean, to be fair, like, Gillingham, like, for the past 2 years, did have pretty solid seasons, but I knew that they would struggle a lot more this time round. However, I didn't think they'd struggle as much as they did. And obviously, they sacked the manager, brought in Neil Harris, and like Christmas, like I think like December, they brought in Harris in. and he wasn't able to actually get Gillingham up into safety. And also Gillingham, like I knew losing Jordan Graham would be tough on them, and it has it's completely dreadable the goals. Like Gillingham did score the fewest amount of goals in the league this season. I believe they've only scored 35 goals this season. They have 35 goals this season, so they've been pretty dry up front. However, their defence was all okay for where they were in the league, I suppose. But yeah, Gillingham relegated, a bit of a shock there, but it happens to everybody, I suppose. Fleetwood, after we finished 16th, they actually finished in 20th, so I was in that region. But yeah, Fleetwood struggled again, like Gillingham. Fleetwood struggled a lot more than what I thought they would, and almost got relegated. But thankfully to them, Gillingham pretty much saving them on the final day. So Fleetwood sitting up just about though. Had Burton in 15th, to finish 16th. I was pretty good with this one, to be fair. Like I knew they would finish around about bottom half of the table-ish. But I mean, to be fair, Burton can finish a little higher than what they did, but just haven't been at it this season, what it could have been. So there's that. I had Bolton to finish 14th. They actually finished 9th, so they actually did better than I thought. Like to be fair, even at the time, I thought I was being pretty generous with Bolton, putting them in 14th, but they actually did better than what I thought they did. So maybe I wasn't being good enough for them. Who knows? And Shrewsbury had to finish 13th. They actually finished in 18th. Yes, 18th. Shrewsbury finished in the end, and Shrewsbury should have finished a lot higher than 18th, I think, because where the players are brought in both transfer windows, they should have done so much better. And there was a little run end of March, start of April, where they showed that they could have been higher up in the league, but just too many times where they're just being battered, and it's come back to haunt them. And 18th again. To be fair, will Shrewsbury ever make that step up into the top half and then play off like they did back in 2018? Who knows? But I think they are in the right. I think they are heading in the right direction. Shrewsbury is just taking a fucking long time, and again, just who knows with them really. Now, this is probably my worst part of the table in my opinion, apart from one prediction. One prediction I'm actually incredibly happy with in this bit. But for the 6 teams who do get top half but not get top 6, I have had a nightmare here. Look at that, guys. What the fuck? What was I thinking? What was I thinking, man? Honestly, absolute nightmare. Starting off, I had Sunderland finishing 12th, we actually finished 5th, got playoffs in the end. But I think when I made this video, it was August 3rd, and I think at the time we weren't actually signed 3 players. I think I think Evans' signing actually wasn't confirmed until after this video came out. So we actually only made 2 signings at the time. And obviously at the time our squad was very weak in depth, and I thought we'd have a pretty sluggish season. But from there, we brought in a lot of players from that point onwards. Obviously brought in some recruits in January, and obviously we ended up finishing in the playoffs in the end. It was a proper rollercoaster season from Sunderland. We were in first place a few times this season. Our form at the start of the year in January and February just wasn't good enough at all. That's definitely what's cost us in the long run. But we did better than what I predicted, so I'm happy with that. Now then, in my opinion, this is probably my best prediction of the whole video. Now, although I think I did this right, I am happy that I must be one of the very few people who actually called this, and I put Portsmouth in 11th. Now I know there were quite a few people who predicted Portsmouth wouldn't get top 6, but there also were quite a lot who did. And a lot of people thought Portsmouth would finish a lot higher than 11th, 10th. And I remember that is a comment in this video I'll put up now, who actually criticised me for making this prediction, who actually thought I made this prediction for clickbait reasons. Yeah, who's laughing now? I'm pretty sure he's a Portsmouth fan as well. Now, who's laughing now? You finished to be fair, Portsmouth. I'm laughing about it, but they've had a pretty poor season in their rights. Just really underwhelming. Should have done so much better than what they did. But I am happy with this prediction. Definitely my best of the video. Now then, this is probably one of my worst predictions other than the Plymouth one. I'd Rotherham finishing 10th. I don't know what I was thinking on this one. I think at the time, I think it was probably similar to Sunderland. I think I could probably throw Portsmouth in this one as well. All 3 clubs just didn't have enough depth, and obviously they all made signings after this video came out. So yeah, I think I was making this video based on what the squads were at the time before the season actually started. So yeah, like a lot of the squads weren't up to date, and yeah, I guess I would put Rotherham in 10th. And you know, they finished second in the end, they got promoted, so fair play to them. But yeah, they definitely were sleepwalking towards second place, but you know, got it in the end, that's what they can ask for. MK Dons in 9th, they actually finished 3rd, so again, they bet much better than what I thought they would. But to be fair, like, I think the previous year, I predicted MK Dons to be in a relegation battle, and I got absolute pelters for it. So I was like, you know, I'll finish higher, but I'll say 9th, maybe. But no doubt he finished 3rd and almost got 2nd place, so yeah, MK Dons, brilliant year from them. Heartbreakingly missed out on the top 2, but all the play for now in the playoffs. Now, it's these next few predictions where I've definitely fucked up massively, especially with this one, Doncaster in 8th. What was I thinking? What was I thinking? Why did I put Doncaster in 8th? Like, am I actually retarded? What was I thinking with this one? Jesus Christ! Like, Doncaster finished obviously they got relegated, but 22nd is the highest it's been for a while, and obviously Overland Crew, they've been stinky this season. Obviously departed ways with it. Richie Wellens, they brought in Gary McSheffrey, who didn't make an impact at all. And yeah, Doncaster, why did I pick it 8th? I think it's because they pretty much kept most of the squad from last season, and that done alright. So I went in my mindset, but clearly not. Clearly did just completely collapse. So there's that. And Lincoln in 7th, again an interesting one, because I think with Lincoln, they kept yes, I know they lost Brennan Johnson, obviously he went back to Forest, and I think that's somebody else. But apart from that, they pretty much kept most of the squad and improved it, like bringing likes of Chris Maguire, Morgan Whittaker, people like that. And they just collapsed again this season, like finished 17th in the end. Yeah, it wasn't good enough from Lincoln at all this season. And yes, I know they've had their injury problems for past the season, but lately they've had a pretty much strong, fully fit squad for the most part, and they still haven't been that great. So this is, I don't know with Lincoln, but again next season they could end up being back up in the playoff hunt. Who knows? Now into the 4 teams that predicted to get playoffs. Again, I'm pretty happy with this one. Actually got 2 spot-on predictions here. One of those being Wickham, who just about finished 6th. Like, they almost could have missed out on the playoffs, but due to Plymouth completely collapsing on the final day, they did sneak into 6th. And yeah, fair enough with Wickham. I think they've just drawn too many games this season, really, which I think is what let them down. They've just been pretty underwhelming, is what I think with Wickham, like similar to other teams as well. I had Charlton finishing 5th. Now Charlton, what the hell happened with Charlton? Like, they kept a good amount of the squad that finished in 7th the previous year, and they actually made some improvements, like bringing on likes of George Dobson, Craig McGillivray, people like that. And they've had just the season from hell. Like they finished 13th in the end, but that was the highest they've actually been this season. Well, apart from those few days where they were in 12th, but yeah, like apart from that, they've been near the bottom for pretty much all the season, and their form from March picked up a little bit, which has seen them get 13th. But yeah, Charlton, absolutely horrendous season from them. Don't know what happened there. Sheffield Wednesday, I thought were finishing 4th, and they did finish in 4th place. Now again, like Wickham, they barely script 4th place because the playoff race was so tight this year, and Wednesday did get 4th in the end. Now again, like Wickham, Wednesday just drew too many games this season, and if they played like what they have been lately all season, they would have definitely gotten top 2 without a doubt. But yeah, playoffs will be for them, but 4th place. I think there were a few fears from Wednesday fans thinking that they may end up missing out on the top 6 this season, but they got there in the end. And had Wigan finishing 3rd, and they actually finished 1st, they actually won the league. So, like, I knew Wigan would be in the automatic promotion race. I just didn't think they'd actually make it in the end, but they did do it in the end. And you know, like, I know Wigan and Sunderland, we've had our banter on Twitter this season, but fair play to them that they actually got the job done in the end. And for the last part of the season, they've been a solid team for the last part of the season, so you can't knock them, can you, really? Now, onto the top 2, and again, I had an absolute nightmare here. So I had Oxford in 2nd and Ipswich in 1st. Now, the 2 teams I thought would get automatic promotion didn't even make the playoffs, weren't even close. to make the playoffs. So yeah, again, absolute stinker here. With Oxford, most started off quite slow, but then towards like October through March, they were really good, and then just there, I think everyone then just let them down massively, and there just collapsed a little bit, and then obviously ended up finishing quite weird on the playoffs. I believe they finished 7 points off the playoffs in the end. So yeah, they were pretty weird off in the end. But yeah, the playoffs just let them down. And to be fair with Oxford, like, are they ever going to make that step up into the championship? Because there's, I don't know, there's content to do, can there? And Ipswich to finish first, I think at the time was a pretty common thing for people, for Ipswich to get promoted. Like, again, they brought in the players, like to be fair, even at this point, Ipswich brought in a lot of players, like I think they brought in like at least 10 players at this point, and obviously they brought in like another 10 in the summer. But again, I think that was probably their downfall. Really, it's just signing way too many players that they needed to, and then it just took way too long to gel. And yeah, definitely in the downfall. But yeah, Ipswich, I think again they've been pretty hot and cold for most parts of the season. You know, they ended well today. You know, beat Charlton today. But yeah, they've had a pretty miserable season. Ipswich, again, like Paul, was just really underwhelming. And yeah, that's probably what's cost them. And that's it for these predictions. So I actually think I did better in terms of like actual positions last year. Like I think last year I actually got 0 correct positions, whereas this year I actually got 2. And to be fair, I was really close with Portsmouth and Burton positions as well. So I have a good moments there, but again, like looking at the Ipswich prediction, Lincoln, Doncaster, Charlton, Plymouth, I've had some absolute stinkers of them lots as an example. Like there's more Accrington had a pretty mare there, Cambridge, like I've had absolute nightmares with these predictions. But again, it just shows how unpredictable the EFL is, and honestly, as a whole, and from a neutral perspective, League One this year has been utterly brilliant. Like in terms of the drama, the races, like before today, only one thing was confirmed, that was Crewe's relegation. Apart from that, there was still 3 relegation spots, 2 promotion spots, and 3 playoff spots to fill up as well. So yeah, it was pretty that mental, and it's been a pretty mental season. But you know, there are still 4 teams left who are all battling for their one final spot in the championship. And to be fair, any 4 of us can win it as well. That's a great part about any 4 of us can win, which is great. But yeah, that's it for this video. Hope you guys enjoy it. If you did, be sure to give it a like. If you are new, then do feel free to subscribe, and also let me know in the comments below any of your predictions, like any ones that they got correct or any ones they got massively wrong, like me. But yeah, cheers for watching, guys. I'll see you all next time.